till you see what's on the other side of that wing.
Yeah, the Reyes has seen what's on the other side of
man.
that wing.
That's
Welcome back to Mid-Speaker. We're here for a good time, hopefully a long time. Not if I have anything to say about it, though.
Damn it.
We are currently underground, deep below the earth. And by deep below the earth, I mean like 120 feet below the earth. Not super deep, but deep enough. Underneath the ancient temple of who you learned to be was the hero god Karskios, a hero god of sealing and fiend hunting, effectively, long past, and his followers fall into infighting, it seems, from what you have been informed. Making your way up the island to this central temple, you manage to clear it out of some enlarged, fire-enhanced rats, my favorite, and found a quintet of thrones in the back room, or medium-sized, one large size, seemingly already set for your group, or that is maybe perhaps more lucky happenstance than anything else. As you sit upon the thrones, each of them left behind magical statues as sort of placeholders for yourself for any who would come to visit and worship you. During that time, you met, and through a little bit of ingenuity on Scophos' part, helped to further restore the memories of Gwem, a priest of this temple from long in the past. He did his best to share with you the situation at hand, what had happened, but unfortunately knew little more about the workings underneath the temple other than some great and evil presence was once sealed down here using some form of special ritual, but is now theoretically free, or maybe not, but has an influence on the island, might be the cause of that malevolent miasma above, is generally problematic enough that is probably worth dealing with. So, you all delved deep below into the caverns underneath the temple, and quickly found yourself coming face to face with a pair of drakes, themselves seemingly also fiery elemental forms rather than pure drakes like you have come across in the past. And these ones are pretty violent, having spitfire on you immediately. You are also aware, based on their abilities, they do have a reactive strike. They also have a weakness to cold damage that Arias is currently exploiting. We are picking up here at the top of round 2, where both of these drakes are about to go. You guys had positioned yourselves to hopefully kind of force them into certain movements and patterns. We shall see how well that holds up here as we start with this drake. Seeing you kind of rapidly step away from it, Ton, it is going to sort of shriek out words. You see fire building within its maw, but it is unable to breathe any out for the moment. And it is going to fly forward like this.
Okay.
Foundry's being a little awkward. It is like that positioned-wise, but the other drake is in the way a little bit. As it gets there, it is going to once again go for a draconic frenzy against you here, getting those 2 fang strikes and 1 tail strike. And we'll do fang tail. Why not?
Okay.
First fang strike is going to be a 30 to hit.
Oh, almost got the crit.
It's better than last session already, and almost minimum damage, only 9 points in total.
Okay.
The second Fang Strike does it, continues attempting to bite down on you. Will also be a hit. For a bit more damage, up to 17 this time as it is doing so. The tail strike, though, is actually going to whip around towards you, Scophos. Now, I am going to give you a little bit of cover here, because there is the wall in the way, to an extent, but it is going to stretch out and swing at
Hold
you.
on just a second.
Yeah, do you want to do something? It is
So
making this
a
at map
cover-
10.
Yeah, that's true. But the cover bonus, what kind of bonus is that?
I'm just giving lesser for this moment, which is just a +1 circ to AC.
Okay, I'll just let you go then,
That's good.
since I'm already getting covered.
That is a
anyway.
natural 20. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Well,
all the planning in the world, and that is 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, this is
Still alive. Woo! The tail sort of unexpectedly, you see this drake seems so focused on Ton, but then the tail snakes around the corner and kind of slams you so hard in the chest that you stumble backwards for a moment. That is going to do it for the drake's turn, bringing us to the other drake. Oh boy! It's gonna come fly up around here with its very high movement speed. And I hate to say it, this one has not used its fireball breath yet. So it is going to launch a fireball forward as it comes around. It's going to catch everyone in the area, requiring a reflex save, please.
Does Esoteric Warden apply to this? It's turned off.
No, because your target was this other one.
Yes. Yep.
Is a success for you as well. And Scophos. Is a success for you as well, so half damage to everyone except
I think I'm
Mumble.
gonna have to spend a mythic point here.
Yeah, you want to try and keep yourself standing?
I have 2 HP, so if I don't take no damage, I'm gonna take.
You will go down.
All the
yes.
All right, here we go. Nope.
Remains a success, unfortunately. So, fireball comes forward, detonates outwards, and will thankfully only be half damage to everyone except Mumble. Hilariously enough, that is exactly enough to drop Mumble as well, only having 25 HP at this level. And the drakes themselves seem wholly immune to the flames. Which will bring us to your turn, Arias. You are quickened right now. However, that is solely if you would like to move, I believe, because of a loose times arrow from Illyria.
Okay. And I would know that Illyria probably will be able to.
Illyria does have a healing spell ready for Scophos, yes.
Okay. Alright. Then, okay. Let's see, something to do first. I guess not. I will just make I'll make a strike against the one I have more weakness in.
Go for it. First strike at 24 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 15 points of slashing damage, but the little bit of frost coating your blade as well cuts deeply into this drake, immediately beginning to freeze its wounds and doing a big chunk to it. Fantastic.
And make I'll make one more against the same one. I was considering attacking the other one using sweep, but I think the better damage is oh.
All right, 22 unfortunately just barely misses.
Okay. I will also, okay, then I will prepare to I will prepare a taunts next attack.
Sounds good.
This one, or against the bottom one.
Alrighty. Then going to Illyria's turn, seeing you sort of fall on the ground, Scophos. She is going to cast a little cornucopia here, produce a few berries and the like, and is just going to shove all three into your mouth with an interact action. For a not great roll, I apologize, but 20 health back to you for her turn. That does it for Illyria's turn as she just kind of panic shoves fruit in your face. Ton, bringing us to you.
Oh, well, I see big lizard in front of me.
You do.
Ton.
You are getting an aid from
Yes.
Arrayus.
Do that.
Okay. So, Jericho, I have a question. Create a diversion. That's a deception check, correct?
It is indeed.
What does it do exactly?
It is a way to, it's kind of like fainting. It is a way to make yourself hidden to enemies specifically.
Okay.
So it'd be useful for sneaking away or making the enemy off guard to your strike.
Okay. What happens if...
I hate to bring this up, but I got crit, didn't I?
You did. There was a little burst of magic, wasn't there?
So I should be... I got down to dying 2 then from that.
Yes, which nothing changes when you come back to Wounded 1. However,
But that dragon gets hurt.
The dragon and Illyria do need to make this fortitude save. Thank you for that reminder. Which the dragon succeeds, and so too does Illyria, for a grand total of
3.
Nice. 3 spirit damage apiece.
Every little bit helps.
Yep. Ton, sorry, go ahead.
What happens if you fail a feint check?
If you fail a feint check? Nothing.
Or not a feint check, the one we were just talking about. I lost the
diversion?
name. Yeah.
Nothing. The enemies will be aware you tried to trick them, but there's no penalty for failure.
And if I succeed, it's off guard to me because I'm quote-unquote hidden from it?
Effectively, yes.
Okay, well then let's try that as one action.
Okay. Don't use your aid from Arias on this, since Arias is aiding your attack roll.
Got it. This is not faint. Create a diversion. Let's do a gesture.
If you are choosing a difference between feint and create a diversion, I would recommend feint over create a diversion. Both of them are deception checks against the perception DC of your target. Create a diversion is useful because it makes you hidden to them, which is useful for trying to sneak. Feinting is specifically makes them, its whole purpose is making them off guard against melee attacks. And while it does have a crit fail penalty of making you off guard to the enemy, if you crit succeed, it also makes them off guard to all of your melee strikes before the end of your next turn. Whereas a success would be the same as a create a diversion success.
Let's go with feint then. Here we go. First time.
Feint is like creating a diversion, but you have to be in melee for it. Unfortunately, that is a super big failure.
I don't like that. I'm re-rolling it.
Okay. And that's a crit success.
With my 0 charisma.
This Drake, as you draw upon your mythic power, you sort of swing your Tetsubo forward, and it's following it with its gaze, keeping full track of it, and then as you sort of detonate some of the mythic power in you, it almost teleports your arms back to where they were half a second prior, fully outside of the gaze of the Drake. It is now off guard until all of your melee attacks until the end of your next turn.
Okay, and let's do an intimidating strike with this one.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Aid went away, but you are getting a +1 circ bonus from Arias' aid here.
Okay, just add that. There we go. All right. Here we go.
26 absolutely hits. It will become frightened 1. And 18 points of damage, heavily injuring the Drake. I do believe you only have your hasted action if you would like to step or stride.
No.
Okay. I will say, if you were to move here with a step, I would upgrade Scophos's cover to standard cover against a Jaws reactive strike, between you and the wall kind of being in the way.
All right, then I'll step there.
Cool. So speaking of Scophos, that will bring us to you.
You got this, Scophos.
Well, I can't stand up.
You could. The off guard from standing does technically run out before the attack is triggered when it comes to reactive strikes.
Oh, I know, but these guys have really big attack bonuses, or you're rolling incredibly well.
I've been rolling incredibly well. I think all my attack rolls were like 16 to 18, 20 were the 3 attacks I've made so far.
I got 5 charges on my Staff of Healing, so we will start with that.
Okay. Just want to make sure you are aware, Staff of Healing, heal is a manipulate action.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, pretty much all
right. My move action shall be to crawl.
Okay.
That doesn't trigger, right?
It does. The only move action that does not trigger reactions is stepping. So, in a position like this, typically you either have to risk it against a manipulate action or risk it on typically the stand-up first.
Okay, I'll stand up, I guess.
All right. We are going to give you standard cover. Since the wall and Ton are in the way. This guy is also frightened 1 right now.
I think I might use someone.
Oh, yeah, go ahead if you were going to use something.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It would just reduce the damage by 2, and I don't really care. I don't want to
enough.
use my reaction. I need it for later.
All right. He does manage to sort of snake his neck through the wall and taunt to bite at you as you stand up, but not enough to stop you.
All right. So now the 2-action heal
Sure.
on Ton. It's only a rank 1, which is bad, but every little
that's
bit
pretty
helps,
decent.
I guess. And then with my final action,
At 15.
I guess I'll lay on hands myself with my last focus point.
Sure. Oh, yeah, because actually, so technically you would not. The loose times arrow ran out on Illyria's turn, technically. Because that only lasts for a round, and I completely forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
So, my apologies. Technically, Ton, you would not have been able to move then, but it would not have changed the result. So I will leave it up to you if you want to go back or stay where you were.
No, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. That's on me. That will bring us back to the Drake. That has a chance of it having its fireball breath back, so we do have to roll for that. Okay, it does not. However, it is pretty injured right now. It is scared. Off guard is technically only to Ton at the moment. It is going to take in the situation around it. And roll a die that went so far off the far end of my desk. With a natural 1 will save, it's going to decide no thanks. It is going to fly up. Ton, I don't believe you have a reactive strike at all, do you?
No.
Arrayus,
I do.
if you would like to implement interruption, you absolutely may. I would give this guy no cover, actually, because of sizes, as it lifts off the ground and begins to fly.
Yes. I think so. There's no reason I want to.
Yeah. Actually,
reaction.
you don't have your reaction. You aided.
Oh, yeah, and that was before...
You have not gotten your turn back then, since then, yes.
Yes.
So it will get off the ground. And is just gonna fly away. You see it disappear up the stairs as it took some injuries and seemingly decided it did not want to remain around. Perhaps too used to being an ambush predator that when its ambush did not yield immediate optimal results and it took some major injuries, it decided not worth it. The other Drake, however, is a bit more aggressive, a bit less timid. Arrayus, it is going to go for a full complement of Draconic Frenzy attacks against you. It's going to go fangs, fangs, tail, fangs in order of attacks. I hope you are prepared. The first strike whiffs horrifically. The second strike whiffs just as horrifically. The tail strike no one ever expects misses pretty badly. And last but not least, the final fang strike will be a natural 20 that no one ever expects.
Charging up for that one.
Mm-hmm. Coming out to a grand total of 42 damage against you.
All right.
As You manage to dodge and block its fangs and its tail at first, but it sort of pauses for half a moment, seemingly slowing down. The moment you think you have an opening to strike back, it snakes its jaw up underneath your axe and sort of bites into your torso right around the rib cage, leaving you bleeding heavily. However, it is your turn.
Yeah. Just thinking because I can't kill it, you guys won't be able to reach it. Tarn will not be able to reach it. And ranged attacks, it will probably have cover, right?
It would absolutely have cover against ranged attacks.
Okay.
You can always
And
step,
even-
because remember, allies can move through you.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah. Okay. Because I was going to say, even if I step, I don't think they can, but then they could get in front of me. All right. Then I'll, put my axe back at it and retaliation.
Go for it.
That was almost a 1.
Hey, might as well trade blows, huh?
Yes. Oh wait, my all-consuming hubris.
Oh, yes. Good call, thank you. Everyone, I appreciate on reminding me that. That will be a fortitude save specifically for you and the Drake.
How much health do you have right now?
6. Wait. Yeah, I have 6.
No matter the
I'll
save, I'm going to
protect her.
allow your crit to go through, because I like it.
Well, I'm going to protect
when
her
I-
sacrifice to keep her standing, I think.
Okay. Do you want to do that on
So-
the crit she takes, or on this all-consuming hubris trigger?
No, I'm not doing it from the 42. I'll just do it from this
Okay.
2d10.
Arias and the Drake both make that fortitude save, of course, which the Drake will fail. And Arias will crit succeed and be wholly
Okay.
unaffected by.
Do it then, yay.
Take your focus point back, Scoffos.
Oh.
So that Drake is going to take 13 points of spirit damage, and you may now roll critical damage for your axe, Arias.
Okay. Right.
34 damage plus triggering the weakness. This Drake went from, most of its health still in good condition, bit you, heavily injuring you, and you have 6 hit points right now, correct?
Yes.
You brought it down to the exact same number as you.
Wait, are we wait, sorry. Sorry, checking something.
Mhm.
Are they like I forget his name, but are they like is this under the temple for
This is under the temple, yes.
Minotaur hero god? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which, from what you know, the space under the temple was used to seal creatures.
Okay.
So these could absolutely be used as creatures that were sealed, or creatures that simply made their way down here after the temple was destroyed.
Another strike.
Another hit,
To
and
finish
that's
it off.
all you needed, considering it has weakness to cold that you are exploiting here. It is impossible not to kill it. As the first Drake flees due to its injuries, you trade blows with the second Drake, and taking a heavy bite to your side unleashes mythic power that you use to your advantage to eradicate this thing. As it dies, its body immediately begins to burn up, melting the cold energy attached to your axe, but turning it into a brittle piece of charcoal. Nice.
Ugh.
A question for you guys then. Do you wish to try and chase down the other Drake, or are you going to leave it as is?
We need to heal.
Fair enough. We will end that fight where it is. I am going to roll a flat check for Mumble real quick, because technically dying, Mumble's at dying 2. Oh no, what a tragedy. That's what stabilize is for.
Illyria
Mumble's
comes
no
back
longer
and
dying.
Mumble's dead.
No.
How'd he die? A fireball.
Illyria specifically has the stabilize cantrip, which is perfect for securing Mumble's life.
Securing the Mumble.
But you guys have some, decently scaled injuries at this moment in time against these
Just
pair
decent.
of drakes. Yeah,
Just decent. Nothing.
just decent.
Nothing to
Nothing
worry
too
about.
major.
Just a scratch.
Yeah.
'Tis but a scratch.
Yes.
As for Illyria, that's true. For the rest of you, I don't believe it.
Yeah, this kind of hurts.
This can
It's so fun to
absolutely-
be the spellcaster and you barely well, not that we barely scraped by, but like the party barely scrapes by and you're still at full health.
Yeah, you're completely fine.
real caster gaming moment.
But I mean it's a really bad sign if you actually did lose health as a caster.
When the familiar who is behind you is dying, but you're still barely injured, makes it seem like the GM has it out for your familiar, which I do. But we'll never tell.
You don't like familiars?
Any sort of additional token, I hold vitriol in my heart for. And we're just going to leave it at that.
All right, Rangers, fuck you.
Just don't take an animal companion, and you're in my good book.
Noted. Play a summoner next time.
Oh, I did that too in Vaveilos. I played a summoner in the Wardens of Wildwood game he ran.
Wardens of Wildwood
Zalek
had
was
too many additional tokens.
Well,
A
no, by the
champion
end
with
of
a
it, it was just
mount, a
Zalek.
summoner. Are you forgetting Stumpy?
Oh yeah, there was Stumpy. Forgot about Stumpy.
did have a
We could
group
sit here
for
and
time.
heal,
Yeah.
but that's a pretty uncomfortable place for our Minotaur. I don't know.
I mean, I can't really see, but like maybe if there's like a wait, where did we even enter
From the
south.
south. It looks like there's space up here, but I don't know what might be waiting for us.
Yeah, let's. Sorry, Arias. I know this is uncomfortable for you, but we kind of need to heal before we move further in because we don't know what kind of traps the over deity has set for us.
I said no traps.
That's fine. I also need to heal.
Yeah.
At least it's there's like a high ceiling here, right?
It's about 15 feet
Because you
up.
said you flew. Okay.
So not particularly high, but there's certainly space
Well,
in here where
it's
you're
not
not
like that.
scraping your horns.
Okay.
Scrape thine horns.
Yeah. Some pretty big injuries amidst the group, but we do have both Lay on Hand and Cornucopia, so I'd say probably 30 minutes would be plenty to heal everyone to full and do a full refocus.
Okay.
Which would be enough as well to get the guidance immunity off of Scophos and Arias. Of course, don't forget to get rid of your wounded condition, since you remain at full health. But the Drake does not return at all during this time as you guys sort of sit in these cramped halls and eat fruit while Scophos pats you on the back. it's hard to sort of keep track of the passage of time. Illyria is still using a bit of wind magic to keep that slight mist at bay. Eventually, you guys reach a point where your wounds are recovered enough that you feel perhaps confident in continuing onwards.
I think I
I
missed
really
it
need to get a shield.
during the recap, but how did we did the cloud or like the mist surrounding the island have any ill effect, and did we do anything to get rid of it, or did we just like walk in?
It is still there. It was
Oh, wait.
effectively a path was cleared to the temple through an expenditure of mythic power by Illyria. But it is still
Okay.
there, and it did have negative effects of sickening you guys. But that was when you were just kind of in the outskirts of it at the edge of the island. It did appear thicker around the temple. Whether that would have any sort of differing effect, unsure, unclear.
Okay.
But what is down here in the caverns is more just like a sort of mist evaporating from like the residue coated stalactites, and that's much more easily kept at bay even just by rapid movements. Before we continue on any further, let's go ahead and determine exploration activities and make any rolls for those.
Okay.
I will remain on search.
I'll remain on scout.
All right.
I guess I will investigate.
Sure.
We're not like tracking any specific creature, right? Now I
Nope.
can't remember.
Not right now.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me that recall knowledge if you'd like. Okay. Yeah. As are doing your best to pay attention in these caverns. It's been a long time, if ever, since any of you have really gone underground like this, I believe. So certainly a potentially new experience. Thankfully, you have the light granted by Illyria, so there's no real darkness any of you are falling into, but still a bit claustrophobic, not the most comfortable place to be, by all means.
Well, I mean, to be fair, not only is it claustrophobic, but there's also another Drake running around, so... Yeah.
Any other Drake victims in this cave?
Looking, sort of moving over to the east, you look south where that other Drake was, and you can see like scratches in the ground and walls that you perhaps equate with sort of nesting behavior of drakes. You notably, though, don't notice any bones or the like in there. It seems relatively empty.
Huh.
Interesting.
Arias, I'm going to say one thing based on your investigate, because you are an expert in legendary beast lore. From what Seed told you, the creatures that were sealed down here were creatures that were basically too strong or too difficult to kill, like Karskios and his followers. That doesn't seem right for these drakes. They were dangerous, certainly, to you all, but the idea that a full-fledged hero god and his followers would be unable to kill those drakes as they were seems off to you.
Okay.
Scoffos, that appears to just be another part of the passages.
if this is where the more dangerous creatures are sealed, then there's something even worse than this. I don't know.
They came here after.
Maybe.
I also forget this from the recap, but like, how was this area hard to get into, or like, was there
No.
like a lock or something we had to move, or it was literally just open?
Temple above
hole.
had a big hole in the ground. There were signs of there maybe being like a trap door over it in the past, but it was truly just like a broken open hole
So now
that
it
led
is...
down to an antechamber. And from that chamber was just a big spiral staircase hewn into the stonework that led down to where you are now.
Okay.
Something melted through it, I think.
Yes, there were signs of melting.
Oh. Maybe like the drakes did that from the outside, or we don't know.
You guys were not able to tell
Just random guess.
whether it was destroyed from the inside or outside.
I assume you chopped this thing up.
What charcoal of it remains? Absolutely, Ton could have chopped it up.
Well, while I was healing you. All right.
Ton's getting little briquettes.
There's a statue.
Couldn't be, Scoffos. As you sort of turn the corner and Ton heads up into this open space as well to the north, you guys come across a statue. And I believe I actually may or may not have a bit of art to showcase, but it is a statue of a minotaur. Sort of crouching, almost as if sort of scanning the area like one might do for tracks, holding a spear up, looking something like this. You do see there's like fungus growing on the statue. However, none of that yellow residue that's anywhere else is touching the statue. It's wholly untouched. You do, Scoffos, notice sort of kind of behind the statue in this tiny little alcove amidst some rubble, what appears to be like an old lockbox.
Yeah, we really do need someone to prepare detect magic tomorrow. But hey, there's a lockbox over there behind the statue.
Hey, Reyes, you want to reach back there and get it?
You
You got those long
Yes.
arms.
I guess there's no... I mean, this actually not having stuff on it definitely does make me think like it could be, move. But she'll kind of silently in her head, despite not really being a hero god fan or follower until very recently, say like a quick thank you or prayer to Karskios for like that we were able to defeat the one Drake, or that my strike found like a powerful blow in the end. And then I'll try to go reach around and grab the box.
Yeah.
Hoping that my good intentions are portrayed.
Okay. I'll allow it this time.
I'm sure that still triggers something. I don't know.
You
That's
reach
fine.
around. You pull up. It's a very corroded lockbox. Taking a quick look at it. So you can see the lock on it is quite old. It looks like acid has been poured over it almost. It's heavily melted and decayed. The metal has bubbled partially, the rust corroding it. would barely require any strength to just like snap it open, but is still a box. And as you pick it up, you do hear something rattle around inside of it.
Arias, what's in the
No.
box?
No, nothing strange from the statue when I get it done, I guess. Then I'll
Nope.
just,
The eyes
open
follow
it.
you like a Scooby-Doo painting.
Of course.
You snap open the lockbox, and there are 2 items in it. Glass vial that has a pretty viscous-looking, sort of reddish-orange liquid in it, and a small velvet pouch.
Okay. I guess I will. I don't know. Can anyone like identify these? Can anyone tell what they are?
I guess I'll
Actually,
attempt to identify something.
Yeah. If you guys want to spend some time trying to identify these, you absolutely may. The velvet pouch notably has a number of like parchment playing cards in it.
Oh, it's a spell deck. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm.
I
Not
guess
necessarily sure
recall.
it's a spell deck.
Oh,
yeah. Absolutely, you may. You're not sure it's a spell deck. You don't see any like there's magical formulae on them, but they appear consistent across all cards. And on the flip side of cards is a series of like hand-drawn pictures of different creatures.
Okay, this will be for that
Yeah.
item.
Absolutely easy enough for you to figure out the enchantment. This is a deck of illusions. So, a whole bunch of different creatures on it. And you can draw a card and throw it out, and it creates an illusion of the creature depicted on the card.
Okay, interesting. And then is that a potion or a alchemical?
It is a potion, specifically. If anyone wanted to try and identify it while you were identifying the deck of illusions, certainly.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. It's a potion.
Ton. Most of the magical skills, not your forte, let's be fair and reasonable. However, you do recognize this. You've come across enough fire before that you wish this perhaps had been available a couple minutes ago. This is a lesser potion of fire resistance.
Nice.
Ton turns it over, then he looks at that deck, feels his kitsune blood begin to jitter under his skin. He's like, must resist. Must resist.
I
Must not
hand
fuck
him
with
the
it."
deck.
Oh no!
And then, does this statue feel a little bit like the beekeeper statue?
Like as if you could infuse some mythic power into
Yeah,
it.
like is there a mythic pool on it, or?
You are not feeling any form of pull to this statue. No, this feels like a mostly regular statue. Perhaps there is some slight blessing to it that has let it go sort of uncorrupted of this yellowish residue, though, I mean, it's still got mushrooms growing on it in a couple different places, so certainly nothing major about it.
Okay.
And are these mushrooms and like this residue and stuff? This is like not just in this cave, right? Or is it
The
just down
yellowish
here?
residue you came across outside on some broken pillars and on the temple itself. Best guess is it is almost a residue left behind by the miasma on hard surfaces. Like the cinders attached to seemingly living things, this residue almost appears to be like a chalky byproduct of that miasma outside. The mushrooms look like, for the most part, regular kind of sickly fungi. Be found in underground spaces that have a bit of moisture to them.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to clean this statue, we could probably continue on.
Yeah.
Yes to cleaning it or to continuing?
Oh, let's continue. We got the loot.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you push forward, Ton at the lead, you come across a large chamber. You are immediately granted at the sort of opening to the chamber by a large pillar. Beyond it, you can see a natural cavern, roughly dome-shaped ceiling that actually rises to about 50 feet high. Possibly why this place needed to be so deep, with some stalactites hanging overhead. The walls themselves still coated in that yellow residue from the miasma. However, you do see a few stone pillars. The one kind of closest to you, slightly broken. All of them, though, carved of white marble, free of that yellow pollution. Except, like with the one in front of you, areas where they are chipped or damaged. Those sections are sort of dappled with some patches of residue. Beyond that, you can see what appears to be a maybe low stone building in the chamber as well.
Squeezed past.
Yeah.
Well, I'm moving slowly.
Yeah. I mean, Arrayas probably has a ton of trouble moving through there.
There's definitely
Alright.
some squeezing issues, Arrayas, as you try and squeeze by the pillar into this chamber.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
Probably
this.
have to, like, take...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I probably have to like take my pack off and my weapon and like put like I don't know, throw stuff in front of me ahead. Or, I don't
Do
even know.
you reckon you brush against the stone pillar and touch it as you squeeze by, or do you think you managed to make it through without touching it?
I mean, bit of a loaded question, but when I look at the space, I probably do.
I'm leaving it up to you. You tell me if you think you touched it or not. Let that choice be yours.
I think I would have. I don't think I would have been thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And I'm not like a high, like my dex isn't that high either, so I think I probably would have definitely bumped into it.
Cool, thank you. Nothing happened, but...
Okay.
As you come around this corner, Arias, you can see of this stone building, pretty large, takes up a majority of the chamber, about 20 feet tall. You notice sort of in the southeastern corner of it, the wall appears broken, providing an entrance into it that, unfortunately for you, is the smallest gap you have seen thus far down here in this wretched
like
place
here?
for someone of your scale.
Guess I'll point that out to everyone that. I mean, we don't. So I guess on these, does this seem like it could be like the back of the building, or like we don't see any windows or entrances?
You don't see any form of windows, no.
All right, well, let's all decide which direction to go down.
Yeah, what is?
You
I was
don't want
gonna
to
say,
split
is
up and
there
search for
anything
clues?
similar is there anything similar on this side? I don't know. Okay,
Lane.
guess we can check the side.
No,
of the-
Jericho, you're not going to get us to break the
Oh.
cardinal rule of TTRPGs: never split the party.
The same chamber. You can split up just fine.
And these are pillars that go all the way to the ceiling.
No, each one goes about 10 feet tall. So they've got a top to them. There's actually a ton of space between them and the roof. Something about them. I mean, there's certainly something up with them, right? Aside from areas that are chipped or damaged, most of these pillars are in seemingly perfect condition, don't have any of that residue on them, and it's sort of hard to tell with the light Illyria has following each of you, but thanks to some shadows being cast by the corners of this large structure, you can see that the undamaged pillars are very faintly glowing.
Guess I gotta try to identify what kind of magic that is.
Yeah, go for it. You sort of taking some time and focusing, not quite touching it, recognize that there wasn't any in the statue. There is some manner of mythic power infused into these pillars. You're not entirely sure how to access it or what to do about it at the moment, but these pillars are certainly infused with mythic energy.
Except the damaged ones?
The damaged ones are as well.
Okay.
Actually, no. Sorry. The damaged ones are not anymore.
Feels like a ward of some kind.
Perhaps.
Okay.
It looks like 3 of the pillars are damaged.
Best you could tell, this one was also damaged. 4 total.
Oh, okay. So there's 4 damaged pillars.
Out of 12 total.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are there like pieces of them like broken on the ground, or they kind of just look like worn over time?
There are some like chipped pieces here and there from the broken ones. Yeah, absolutely. Arraius, there's a brief moment when you stepped around this corner that you think you saw something disappear around the corner to the north. You're not sure, but it looked like movement.
Okay. Let everyone know that. My eyes might be playing tricks on me, but I think there might be something else here with us around the corner. And I'll like point over that way. And is it it's like dark in here except the glow from the pillars? I mean, I know we have dark vision, I think, but
Right now you all have a light spell from Illyria attached to you as well. But other than that,
right.
yes, there is soft light glowing from the pillars, but primarily it is the bright light shed by your light cantrip that is creating the situation. Realistically, I can give you a probably better recognition of the situation in this chamber if I do. Like that would be about. And then I don't actually have a little glow on the pillars.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
I mean, we could try to like go around and like have someone go around both sides, see if there's someone in here with us.
It'd be kind of like this. Would be a good recognizance of the actual light situation downhill here.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, let's go.
2 to the north, 2 to the west, and meet up around the other side.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Boys go to the left, girls go to the north. Let's go.
All right then.
I was just being an asshole now.
Everyone, all right, Tom, get your magician, get your healer.
As Arraius reaches this point, I need to know exactly where everyone else is.
Oh no.
Are we rushing them? Or
yeah, Arraius has only moved a small distance, so realistically, where the other two think they would have gotten by this point.
Oh.
Where is she? Like right here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we had to walk a little lot farther to get there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably on the.
Probably about here, where we are.
Okay.
What do you think, Tom?
Well, for me,
are we
we're not
beelining?
running, so I would say we'd be about right here.
Okay.
All right. At this point, I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, why? I was not approaching that tactically because for some reason I thought it would be something friendly. I don't know why I thought that.
You thought the thing that was playing Ring Around the Rosie with you in this place was friendly?
Maybe. And shy.
Gosh, man, we suck at initiative rolls.
We do. Yeah, we do suck at initiative rolls.
Hey, Illyria rolled okay. As you sort of make your way up, Arraius, your light flickers around the corner and you see it glint off of metal. Curved metal in the shape of an axe head. However, Illyria is the first to act here. Damn this auto-adding bestiary. Shut up. And I think Illyria, for the moment, is not going to do much. And will probably just delay. Which means it is someone else's turn. you will... Yeah, it's going to do that a little bit. And... Yeah. Arias, you watch as the light glints off of what you recognize to be an axe head. You hear the sound of a deep inhalation before all of a sudden smoke begins to emanate outwards, filling the space. Ton, what would you like to do?
How much of this do I hear?
Arias, is there any of this you're calling out?
Yeah,
No?
I think I think when I first saw a creature, even if I guess I can't tell what it is yet or something, I would have just yelled like hey, or drop your arms or something like that
Okay.
at what I saw.
As you yelled that,
Especially
you would...
considering I saw a weapon.
Yeah. It would be probably then as you hear that was the inhalation and the smoke billowing out. So, Ton, you would have heard that sort of call from Arias. But that is the extent of that. So, I'm actually going to leave it up to you if you reasonably think you would have entered a rage as quick-tempered there or not. Because we did roll initiative, but that does not necessarily mean combat is beginning immediately.
Would I have also had time to call out the smoke? Because I think
I think as it is happening, we're going to see how Ton reacts.
okay.
So what? So this is going to determine whether I have him rage or not. What was the story trigger for us rolling initiative? Was it just we sensed something was there?
Effectively, you guys... Arias noticed movement, and as you guys approached, Arias caught sight of what appeared to be a weapon.
Okay,
Around the
well then
corner.
yes, he would rage.
Okay.
All right, so
Also, there isn't always a direct story trigger for rolling initiative. Sometimes we just roll it, because we like to be a little funny. You go charging around the corner, Ton, reaching it, and you can see a billowing cloud of smoke ahead of you. At the moment, you don't actively see anything in it.
so the smoke is just over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that area you are able to see is the smoke.
So I see nothing over here.
Oh god.
Nope.
I'm so stupid. This is probably the most
I look
helpful
up
thing
at the
that was
ceiling.
sealed,
What is there
whatever.
anything on the ceiling?
Not at a quick glance. If you would like to spend your last action at all to seek anywhere, you certainly may do so.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Where would you like to seek?
Right there.
Just a cone directly in front of you. Fantastic. Go ahead
Mhm.
and give me that perception check. You quickly scan the space in front of you, making sure there's nothing like invisible waiting to stab you. There's no like wire that's been somehow threaded for you to clothesline yourself on. Don't see anything. Pretty confident
Okay.
there's nothing immediately in front of you.
All right. Call out. I can't see anything.
Gothos, what would you like to do?
Guess I will move.
Mhm.
It's 25 feet. 1, 2.
Yeah. See a similar scene to Ton. You see smoke sort of billowing ahead amidst the darkness of where your light doesn't quite reach. Aside from Ton, you don't immediately see anyone else.
I guess I'll cast this.
Sure. Give yourself time for an extra reaction. Arias, what would you like to do at this point in time?
Um. Yeah, sorry. 1 second. So did I see the smoke? The smoke was like kind of emitted from in front of me.
It billowed out from
Uh,
around the corner, its origin point
okay.
out of sight to you.
Right, okay. I'm just thinking if I would like know, or it would make sense for me to like back up to get out of it, but I guess it probably would because it came from that direction.
You are not in the smoke right now. It's kind of just in front of you.
Oh,
Yeah, only
okay.
the active purple areas are where you are seeing it. The rest of the AoE was basically blocked by the walls.
I see.
So it almost kind of billowed out and stopped right in front of you.
Um, and I guess I can hear, or like I know probably Ton and Scoffos are over there. I can't remember if
You
yeah,
heard the
yeah, so I'm
sound of like
comfortable, yeah.
rushing footsteps. Absolutely.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'm trying to debate if I would want to like try to. I probably wouldn't want to try to go through there because I don't really know what it is or if there's a creature in there. Okay.
Enter the smoke of doom.
Then uh I'll uh I'll activate the burst of dashing.
Sure.
Could use concentration, but I don't know if I should be safe with it. And then can I don't want I want to step back, but I don't want Loom to get attacked. Um yeah. Okay. I'm gonna step like yeah, I guess Larry's there, so I can't step like directly behind me. Um right? Yeah. I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't step like here.
Technically, no. If you would like to, we will have Illyria come back into initiative before you and moved south, though. So you would have that
Okay.
space. Since you've had Illyria just kind of nebulously delaying.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably kind of motion for her also to maybe step back before I do that.
And we'll say her turn was stepping back and casting Glass Shield on herself.
Okay. And then can I take a closer look at the smoke and try to tell if it's normal smoke, like from some kind of device, or if it's something else?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like normal, non-magical.
Go ahead and we'll call that an investigate roll. So a recall knowledge. Taking a look at this, yeah, there is the smoke appears pretty normal and harmless to you. Of course, conceals vision. On that roll, though, there is an interesting little tidbit that you think of. Because of your heritage, Minotaur lore coming in clutch. Thinking on the rats, the drakes, everything you've come across here has been sort of infused with fire. You have not seen them, but you have heard of the possibility for minotaurs to become infused with elemental powers here in Iblydos. Not quite the normal sort of mythic power infusion, but it is possible for them to basically gain some sort of elemental strength. Among those, Firehoof Minotaurs are capable of belching smoke, effectively. Which would speak to that sharp inhalation you heard before the smoke appeared.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I think I'm trying to think of like if I would say something.
Yeah.
Now that I think it could be like an intelligent creature, because that's just like a type of minute, like that doesn't necessarily like, oh, Firehoof Minotaurs or those elemental Minotaurs are just always going to be aggressive, right?
Yeah, not
Like they're
necessarily. Not like... No. I mean, the Minotaurs you've come across so far, all one of them have been pretty nice this adventure.
Well,
all
yeah,
things
I just mean like I don't know if they're like elementals, like they've become like, I don't know. They
do
have
not become
intelligence anymore or something.
elementals. They just gain some
they just
elemental
have...
power.
Okay.
To put it in mechanical terms, a Firehoof Minotaur would basically gain the fire trait, but not the elemental trait.
Then I guess like maybe thinking of that, I guess she would just like call out, like, show yourself. This doesn't have to come to blows. Who are you? And just call that out in hopes that maybe the creature doesn't necessarily want to fight, but
sure. Ton, what would you like to do at this point? You hear Arias call that out. You don't hear or see anything in response to that.
I'm going to delay.
Okay. Scoffos, what, if anything, would you like to do?
Get closer to me, buddy.
Also, to be clear, it's not like Arrayas is saying this has to be non-violent. It's just the creature hasn't attacked us yet, and she thinks it might be, like, able to reason with us. Right? It hasn't attacked us, right?
It has not attacked you as of yet.
But if it does, it's not like I'm going to be like, let's not attack it. Should.
I'm gonna walk up behind Ton and cast protection on him.
Okay. Good old protection. Go ahead and grab that effect, Ton.
Okay.
And would you like to come back into initiative after Scoffos' turn, Ton?
No, I'm gonna keep on delaying.
Cool. I think Illyria will... What would Illyria do in this case?
Yes.
Illyria will just cast Glass Shield again, just in case. Better safe than sorry, and will prepare to aid Arrayas with any sort of diplomacy check or the like. Diplomacy or intimidation check, any sort of conversational roll you make. A whole heap and helping of delay and little has happened, Arrayas, but the entity within the smoke, if there even is one, has not done anything further, has not responded to your claim as of this point.
Okay. Okay.
If you would like to try that again and add in any form of diplomacy or intimidation check as an action, you may certainly attempt to do so.
Sure. I'm just thinking of what, like what I would even say.
Fair.
Because I don't know these things' intentions. I guess I guess she'll just kind of repeat herself and try to command like kind of like reveal yourself now, like and so I guess I'll attempt to intimidate.
Yeah. Let me give you an aid from Illyria here. Little Pixie trying to be as intimidating as possible. Succeeding gives you a +1. A 21 in this case is a failure.
Okay.
If you'd like to do anything about that, you certainly may. If you do not, there will be a response, but if you would like to try and re-roll that or something similar, you certainly may.
I'll re-roll it with the mythic point, and I forget that would just be a re-roll.
This is re-roll using mythic, because this is a skill check, so that can be re-rolled at mythic just fine. A 30 in this case turns into a success. Within the smoke, something makes their presence known. It's harder for you to see around the corner, as they are still around the corner, but Ton and Scoffos, you see something sort of stomp and shake themselves. And while their outline is still distorted amidst the haze, they become a bit more prevalent. A large figure, perhaps even larger than Arrayus, certainly with a larger axe. A flowing mane of fire, and fire surrounding their hooves on the stone floor. You demons think you can come down here and play nice, do you?
Shit.
Demons, we come here with mythic power as hero gods ourselves. We are not demons. Who are you? Does it look like it's a Karskio? No, I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
It's hard to tell because you don't have a good line of sight around the corner. You sort of yet again see like the broad head of an axe kind of swing briefly around the corner, enough that you'd be able to tell it is not a battle axe like yours, but specifically a great axe. But the hand wielding
doesn't need another hand for an implement.
Yeah, not a thaumaturge can confirm that unless it's a weapon implement. Then we've got problems.
Yeah.
You cannot tell any like physical features of the individual. Demons, you say? Yoni. Who might you be then?
I'll just kind of wait. He's still. I guess there's. Wait, can I even? We can't even see because they're still in the smoke, right?
Yeah.
Or oh no, they stepped out of the smoke.
They're still in the smoke. They're just around the corner, so you can't really see them where you are.
I am Arrayus. Traveled here to the temple from afar, but not demons.
Would anyone else like to jump in or say anything at this point? You certainly may.
Pan will, he'll hear this conversation and be like, yeah, we aren't demons. What makes you think we're demons?
For what other reason would you come down here? You wipe away this miasma meant to kill your kind. Truly, there's no better proof of who you are then.
Miasma sent to kill. Are you talking about the stuff outside? By the way, my name's Ton. I mean, it kind of stuck to us. I mean, it stuck to my fur, but it didn't really do anything else.
Give me a diplomacy check, Ton.
Okay. Should I target this creature before I do it? Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Gophos, would you like to add in or say anything of your own to this conversation?
No, I think he's just puzzling out that the miasma is supposed to contain the demons. Is that what he just said?
That's what she just said, yeah. Ton. There is an interesting thing to note on a 24 specifically. because against Gioni's will DC, as is, a 24 should succeed. However, he seems especially distrustful right now. A 24 is a failure still.
All right, well then I will. Should I risk it, everybody? I mean, I rolled a 17 on the die. Mythic would bump me up 6 points. So I would need to roll at least a 12 on the die for it to be any better. Fuck it. This is why we have mythic points.
Okay.
A 33 will succeed.
Right.
Truly, the best thing you could have said was saying, yeah, the mist basically didn't do anything to us. She will allow a moment or two to pass before she says anything, after which point the smoke fully dissipates, leaving her large, inflamed form visible to all of you. She looks so friendly,
she a big
doesn't
girl.
she?
Yeah, she looks pissed.
That's the friendliest
That's
face you've
how-
ever seen.
Wait,
that's
you mean
like
to
if
tell me
the-
Arrayus could have been that?
That's like if the Rite of Cleansing Flame ritual failure actually made me look cool.
There you go, yeah. Firehoof Minotaurs
this is
are not
mocking
a
me.
playable heritage of Minotaur, no.
Why not?
Because their creation requires some real bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Like a failed Rite of Cleansing Flame ritual.
Yes.
Because we've had some no bullshit happen.
Yeah, the simplest way to, like, play as a Firehoof Minotaur would be a Fire Elemental versatile heritage.
Oh, so in a frit.
Yeah, that would be, like, the most mechanically on-brand way to play it. Or even potentially a fire-themed Nephilim would work as well. But she sort of wields her axe so as to bring it under her arm and stands tall, moving out of the combat-ready stance she was in. She was fully delaying until someone got closer to her. I will say that. So there was a whole delay train going on right there.
I knew something was in that smoke, and it's
Oh,
like, yeah, come into
absolutely.
my smoke.
Your 30-foot cone stopped just short of her, which was a real shame because you nat 20'd. Your perception check. She stops, stands tall for a moment. Well, you said your name was Arrayus and yours Tarn?
Yep.
And she raises her gaze to you, Scophos.
I'm Scaphos.
Scophos.
Can you tell us what happened on this island?
It is not a pleasant story. At which point, Seed will manifest as well. And while his token art is not updating as it should be, he looks much different than the last time you saw him. Seed at this point has taken on sort of the appearance of a full elderly human male, dark blue tunic, with a sash over it, looking more like this than the decrepit art shown.
Oh, Gandalf the Green.
Yes, good, correct.
Green Dolph.
His name is Seed Gwem. We'll start calling him Seed Green.
Mr. Green.
Perhaps I can fill in the gaps then. It is good to see you again, Yoni. With a bit of a
Oh, you guys
smile.
know each other?
Yoni, for her part, looks genuinely surprised to see Seed's ghost. And almost scared. There's a moment where she raises her axe as if to swing it at him before physically restraining herself. Seed. Good to see you again.
Go ahead.
There's not much of a story to tell. The disciples and I of Karskio served this temple even after his passing. Went about continuing his mission of finding and destroying fiends. One of our last missions had us take down an Asura. Of course, that Asura would have been problematic to simply kill, as they can, I'm sure you're aware, reform themselves upon their demise. So we set about sealing them. And the whispers began. Things changed. We started to see one another differently. She goes silent for a moment. Seed picks up. We began to see one another as fiends. Infiltrators in disguise had come to bring apart the downfall of this temple. No doubt in machinations of the Asura trapped here. We turned on one another.
You said it was an Asura. What is an Asura?
Asuras are a very dangerous type of entity. Their exact origin is up for debate to an extent. The general consensus is they are formed of mistakes made by the divine. They are living blasphemies, giving life to mistakes made by the gods themselves.
So, Taun's gonna look a little confused. So, like, what? Saren Ray decided that the fire was too hot when she first made it, and that was a mistake, and it made an Asura?
It most would likely not consider that the type of mistake. More so, the more proper term would likely be misdeed by the divine.
Ah.
So, their exact creation, of course, unknown, probably unknowable. Some common hypotheses, though, are, of course, the creation of life itself, the first death of a mortal ever caused by a deity. Some people believe when the deities abandoned the first world, others when Is granted free will to mortals. And then, of course, most the powerful Asura claim that they themselves are reincarnations of that first ever Asura. So, their exact number is unknown. Should they die, well, they will reform themselves after some time.
Well, that's an awful convenient trick for them to have.
They exist to sow mischief and strife amongst mortal kind. But
And you stay here in this place still after all this time, or after your group of followers kind of fell like that.
Gioni will speak back up. Never saw him to leave this place, for long at least. After the wall of their imprisonment fell apart, they came and went every now and then. Seemingly unaffected by the miasma. They spend decades at a time within that structure. They seem to enjoy admiring their handiwork here.
I'll just point at the like building here. Wait, so the Asura was contained in here and now kind of freely comes and goes, or?
She nods. Yes, there was a ritual Koskios had created that we used for sealing entities that could not easily be destroyed.
Does that involve these pillars?
Seed will speak back up. No. These pillars actually are... They contain some memories of this place. Moments and echoes of the past are contained within them. They are more meant for memory and remembrance than anything else. The building itself was more prevalent for the sealing of the Asura. The maze was a core component of it. Well, more metaphorical than not. I am still confused on, I should say, is that miasma over the island. What exactly... I'm not sure if you all have noticed, but those afflicted by it are changed. Sort of gestures briefly at Gioni. The rats above, and well, honestly, if those drakes are the ones I think they are, then I suppose I can't call this mist the worst thing since absolute menaces to kill when they weren't like that. But how exactly that got released is a question still.
So taps the big building to his right. The problem, the Azura's in here.
Well, it's no
Yes.
longer trapped there. Right?
So we need to go in, kill it, and that should solve everyone's problem, right?
You certainly could just kill it, but that would lead to it reforming elsewhere after some time, and that really doesn't solve anything except allowing it to roam free. It would be possible to reseal it, theoretically.
Okay. How do we go about resealing it?
Can you teach us this ritual?
Check. Yes, I can. Now that's... Thank you. My memories seem to be mostly intact at this point. I remember far more. The ritual of confinement is one I remember the steps to carrying out. It'll take some time to teach. I would recommend we don't remain down here while we do so unless you wish for them to potentially interfere.
Or I'm a
Okay,
bit confused. Who put this shroud up over this place?
The miasma?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm asking them that.
yeah.
Like,
Uh,
because the ghost doesn't remember it, and
well, Seed basically said he doesn't know who did. Because
the Minotaur thinks it's a good thing.
When you ask that, there is a very clear look of guilt on Gioni's face. That she's trying very unsuccessfully to hide.
right. So,
I was the one who unleashed it. Believed that everyone else had been fiends in disguise. Did not think myself capable of taking on so many enemies at once, so I sought out something that could kill everyone. This miasma was something sealed long before even I was born, like Arskios. I unleashed it. I could control it.
So can we reseal it along with the Asura at the same time?
She will pull out sort of an ancient-looking metal coffer. Held on to this. It was originally trapped within it. The ritual was designed for creatures and conscious entities, but it'll take some time to teach and then cast. While that is being done, I could see about devising a way to restructure it to focus and lock the miasma back in this coffer. That's certainly a possibility.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
We
Thus,
came here seeking to, well, use to revive, I guess, the temple on this island. So, we seek to make it more habitable, I guess.
return above ground for the moment, then. Learning this spell will take some time, but any of you who are willing to learn it, be more than welcome to do so.
Han's gonna hear the words "learn spell" and he's gonna be like, "About that."
Do you think yourself unable to?
I mean,
I assure you it's more than possible.
all right then, let's do it.
Mechanically, anyone can learn to cast rituals. You do not need to be a spellcaster.
Okay.
So, we will return.
Criminally underused part of the game.
Truly, yeah. We will return above ground for you guys to learn this ritual and perhaps take some time. And as we do so, let's go ahead. It's a little later than we normally would, but let's take a quick break here for anyone to stand up, stretch as such. And see you in just a few. Hop right back on in. Welcome back. You guys return above ground. At which point as well, you can see the miasma cleared away by Illyria has returned. And is sort of filling the exterior of the temple once more. And the seed sort of scratches his chin a little bit. Well, probably best to stay in here. I'd make yourselves comfortable. This is going to be a long learning period. Who all wants to learn?
Me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The process of learning this spell with seed will take about a day. So will certainly take us into the next day, which is plenty of time with a break and as such for you guys to take a bit of rest here, get a long rest's worth if you would like to. You certainly may.
Oh yeah. Any chance to take a long rest, Tom is going to take it. He likes his rest.
Seed may be undead, but he understands the need for a good rest. So he will stop teaching long enough for you guys to actually get some sleep at night.
Yeah, being undead does have its perks.
I always drop dice. Not the Fae. No, Scoffos. Bad. Put the Fae
Hey, you got the
back.
Fey one.
But
What do you got?
by about
Ooh, you got some good spells.
2 p.m. tomorrow, we will have finished teaching you all the ritual you now find on your character sheet. The ritual known as Labyrinthine Prison. That long-dead Minotaur hero god, of course, being Karskios. But it is a spell designed to trap an entity in effectively an extra-dimensional maze. Of course, the big issue is you gotta beat them up enough for them to not be able to resist. But you all effectively working to cast the spell can trap it theoretically permanently within this sort of space. However, they get to make a check every period of time to try and escape. And the more mythic power is used in the casting of the spell, the longer that interval is.
This
Okay.
level for a year.
Yeah,
Looks like at this level for 1 year.
and that is the
All spend
interval.
a mythic point. Yeah, that's if we all spend a mythic point during the cast.
Yep. So basically, if you successfully cast it, the guy will get 1 check every year to try and free himself.
I
Very fun.
attempt to hide my incredulity from these guys. No wonder it broke out.
Well,
It's
hey,
not a
maybe if we cave
perfect
its face
spell.
in, it will be too weak to escape, even with its tries.
From what I understand, it was based on much more powerful extra-dimensional maze-like magic that typically has a much shorter duration time, so at least as best as I understand it, this is already a quite potent spell. Of course, the weaker you are when you cast it, no offense to any of you, the more likely it is they will break out, but as you get more powerful, the scope of entities you can seal is quite long. Hence why those sealed by Karskios never freed themselves. Once he was gone, though, it was much more difficult for us to create any long-lasting seals.
And they didn't have mythic power to spend on it.
I hate to put this on all of you, but if you are sensed casting this spell, then the Asura below will absolutely interfere, so I think your best chance is to subdue it. The spell should work even if you kill it, so long as you begin casting the spell soon after that, since it will take roughly a day to cast, but if it interrupts you once you have started, that could be problematic.
All right, then.
So we should go down there and kill it and then cast the spell.
I believe that would be the simplest solution, but I make no guarantees. Oh, let me rephrase. That is the simplest solution I can come up with. Of course, you may have better ideas than myself.
What happens if
know,
we started it and then it attacked us? Would we be able to pick it back up after that?
Rituals being interrupted midway through typically requires them to be restarted. Some rituals can be continued if they are even only briefly interrupted, but for safety's sake, the simplest solution is to simply restart it. Most would not
The
try to
final
continue
question
on.
is, what effect does the miasma have on it? Any at all?
I am unsure. if anything, the miasma seems to have had an effect, depending on the strength of individuals. The rats were certainly empowered by it, but the drakes and Yoni were definitely weakened by it, so based on its strength, I would not be surprised if it is weaker than it was prior to its initial imprisonment. It will still be quite strong, though, I imagine.
There's only one of them. Do you think it will have any other fiends assisting it or anything?
Sura do not work together, at least so far as I am aware.
I suppose what I was asking was if we were to start the ritual, and I do the quote, finger quotes, to lure it into the miasma and fight it in the miasma, would that help us or not?
I think it would be as dangerous for you as it would be for it.
Very well.
So, certainly a possibility, but the denser the miasma, she sort of gestures to the area right outside the temple, which you can see is far denser than it was at the beach, the more deadly it is, from my understanding. So, certainly, you could attempt to lure it out there, may even gladly follow you, but it would be dangerous towards yourselves as well.
All right.
For mechanical reference, because you guys would be able to sort of figure this out during the time. Like down by the beach, spending time in the miasma is a save versus being sickened. Once, if you are in miasma as dense as it is up here by the temple itself, it is not just a save versus sickened, but a higher DC save against a higher value of sickened and an amount of poison damage.
Yeesh. Yeah.
So, certainly an option. You guys could absolutely try and lure it up here, but it would become a far more volatile fight for everyone involved.
I say we just go downstairs, politely kick its ass, do the ritual, and politely lock it up so it suffers.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
I realized I've been viewing the above ground map this whole time and like pinging things on it occasionally for you guys, but I'd only hit view and not activate on accident.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm sorry, okay? I thought I brought you guys above it like a good person.
well, hey, now you don't have to drag us back down.
Right? I will, however, re-give everyone light. I assume that would be beneficial.
Everything's in black and white.
Yeah. If you guys return down below, you will see Gioni has sort of remained down there, kind of standing guard at this point. No movement has exited the maze, so I imagine
All right.
they are still within it.
Right. Well, It is do or die, people. Let's go.
All right.
I'm just gonna
Scavos
look at the
calls out to
small
him.
space and then look
Yeah.
at Yoni and be like, mm,
There's a reason I
any
don't go in.
suggestions here?
Think small thoughts.
Right.
Right. Once everyone's gathered, Ton will step into the maze.
All right. Yeah. Everyone is down and around Scoffos. You step into this maze, Ton. Long, small passages stretch out in different directions ahead of you. You can see channels cut into the stone floor that are caked with that yellowish green residue from the miasma.
Yeah. Let's see what's around the corner.
As you make space and your friends begin to follow you in, you hear a laugh. Well, now. This is interesting, isn't it? Well met, visitors from afar. What brings you to my measly abode?
Well, funny thing, you.
You don't say. And to what do I owe the pleasure of your arrival?
Well, we've heard some things about you. Kind of need to meet you face to face to find a solution to the problem.
What sort of problem needs solving? I am quite a problem solver myself.
I've heard you are indeed, but I'm being rude. Why don't we start with introductions?
But of course,
My name is Tom.
you'll have to forgive me for that as well. I am Alethkris. Having fun, Arias?
Can I squeeze in here or can I
Yeah.
just not go in here?
You're effectively everything would count as difficult terrain for you right now.
We got to go back.
Oh no. You guys should just go in and tell me the directions and then I'll just
Congratulations, you guys found dead ends.
Back to the conversation.
just leave a trail. Leave a trail for
Just
me,
leave
I'll
a
follow
trail.
it.
Quite an interesting name. Mine was given to me by my progenitors. Yours as well?
Sure.
You don't sound confident in your answer.
A name is a name. Well, I see a lack of any sort of discretion, so to speak. My question remains unanswered.
I think it would be best if we answer that question once we meet you.
You say that as if you have plans for problems. I think this sort of conversation suits us just fine for the moment, doesn't it? After all, we are not friends. Put yourself right back where you were, Ton. There's a man right there.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
that's
The most beautiful boy this side of Iblydos, thank you very much.
Oh, what the fuck? What in the fuck did you do to that elephant? That's an Azura Rana if I ever saw one.
Well met.
Well, this is interesting.
Isn't it? After you came charging so desperately in here, one might think you have ruinous thoughts towards me.
Us mortals? Ruinous? No, that's the domain of fiends.
Well, I think you will find, as it is, that there is no fiend here.
Han literally quirks the biggest eyebrow as he looks at this freakish elephant.
Truly, one such as yourself must be able to see beyond the veil of physical appearance and peer into the soul and disposition of those you come across, no?
One such as myself? What do you mean by that?
He's effectively asking if none of you have the ability to detect the sanctification of others. And by one such as yourself, surely you don't think I am unable to smell the power you contain. Mythically empowered entities such as yourself are capable of great things, after all.
It's definitely been a journey, I'll give you that.
Jericho, do these walls go to the ceiling?
Of this little building, yes, but they're only about 20 feet tall.
Well,
The entire chamber outside, domed about 50 feet at its highest point. This building is like a 20-foot square building, height-wise.
perhaps we can continue this conversation outside.
Why might you say that?
One of our
Well,
parties is wide in the shoulders.
Well,
It is very uncomfortable in here for her.
certainly, by all means, we can step out for this conversation, though I am quite partial to these halls as is. I hope you'll
Is the
forgive
center
me.
of this place larger?
There is certainly more space.
Lead the way, then.
Real quick, if anyone would like to, they may give me a recall knowledge here. This is primarily religion focused.
Oh, how am I in religion? Well, me and my untrained in religion, I'm gonna hold off from that.
Sure.
I don't like this.
Oh, this is so funny.
What?
This is so funny. Because I'm effectively giving you a recall knowledge roll, but under the guise of sense motive here. Because this guy wants you to sense his sanctification. Areus and Scophos, both of you are reading this figure as unholy at this moment in time. Full unholy, crafty as all get out.
Okay.
All right. What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
No.
You
No.
can't use my
No.
facial expressions as an excuse to game over me.
Yes, we can.
I may or may not be slightly peeved at the results of those rolls.
So-
Jericho, the two trunks, one above the mouth, one below, and each trunk having a mouth, kind of an unholy visage, kind of.
Look, one
I
mouth
guess this
speaks
thing has
truth,
some
the other
sort
also
of
speaks
ability that we just bypassed on accident. But
he may or may not actively be wholly sanctified, and both of you just rolled nat ones. Maybe. Couldn't possibly be the case.
What the
How about-
fuck is up with this dude?
lead on into the center.
I think if you are okay with it, whilst we are conversing as such, I am more comfortable in a position where I cannot be surrounded. I hope you don't mind and understand where I am coming from.
You
Hold
can
on-
still
hold on
be
a
surrounded
second.
where you are, right?
I did this morning.
Yes, life connection is on, absolutely.
Ton kind of looks to its left, looks to its right, sees its back against a wall. I mean, you could still technically be surrounded right here, can't you?
If you could get past my glorious bulk, certainly a possibility, but I take pride in this rotundness of my belly.
I think I could get past your belly.
I can certainly try. I might even enjoy it.
Jerk! Okay, Jericho, what skill do I need to check to get by this?
Do you want to try and tumble through him? That is acrobatics focused.
What's my acrobatics? Yeah, why not? To go right here. There we go. Wait, there's a macro, isn't there? Is there? Oh, there is. All right, let's target the freaky looking elephant.
Because I'm kind of around the corner, by the way,
Aha!
as this conversation is happening,
Yeah.
Arias is just trying to examine like how thick and sturdy and in what condition these walls are in.
I mean, they are caked in. Well, the walls themselves are actually in pretty decent condition. Like the channels in the ground are caked with that residue, but the walls themselves, I mean, they're pretty thick as far as you can tell. They're slightly corroded.
She's
but
just trying to
still-
see like, is there any like, if I needed to like try to break through one, so would that even be possible? But they're
Give
pretty
me-
solid stones. So.
Yeah, give me a recall knowledge. 'Cause you
And it
have.
might even be magical.
You're untrained in crafting, and none of your lore skills are the best here, but we'll see what your esoteric lore comes out as.
I have actually crafted.
That's a stone wall. Probably not the best to swing your axe against it, you think. Or your horns. Don't want to chip them.
Okay. Oh, you guys got this on your.
On you try and squeeze past his gloriously rotund belly, and fully fail to do so. And you see elephant trunk mouths smile at you. See? I'm quite comfortable where I am.
You are.
Yes. Now, back to the original question that you have so eloquently dodged multiple occasions now. What brings you to my doorstep?
I already told you. You brought us here.
Some specifics, please. Are you after my counsel, my demise, my wealth? What is it
Well,
you
not your-
seek of me?
not your council or your... How do you have wealth in here? Anyways.
Are you saying because I
No.
live in a maze that tried to imprison me, I can't own land?
You have land in here?
No, but I have other assets.
Looks at his tusks. Yeah, I noticed.
Pulls out a gold piece and starts rolling it on his fingertips.
Pulls out a platinum piece, starts rolling it on his fingertips.
You have
They're going
a
band for
major
band.
inferiority complex. Has anyone ever told you that? A constant need to prove others wrong.
I'm
Sorry
pretty sure
for your
someone in my
companions.
past has... Someone has told me that, but I don't really care.
That advice was free of charge, by the way.
Oh.
It's a shame
Okay.
if you are not coming here for my counsel. Decades and centuries of experience. People these days call it the wisdom
I'm
of
really
ages.
tempted to just tell this creature, yeah, we're here to trap you, and then just start the combat. But is there anything else anybody wants to do before Ton just goes cowabunga?
I'm gonna lean over Ton's shoulder and say, "You've had too much time in the yard."
What yard? What?
Oh, good lord.
I do want it known that, for what it's worth, while you don't exactly recognize that's what it is, Scoffos and Ton, both of you are absolutely currently in and affected by this guy's aura of sophistry.
Whatever the hell that means.
He is enabling extraordinary reasoning with you right now.
Is this like some type of fiend philosopher creature?
Yes.
Oh, this is good. This is just getting so good. All right. So is
Yes, these
Aureus
guys
literally
actively
just
like
out?
teaching mortals.
That is disturbing. All
I think
right.
the race is
So
around the corner still.
okay. So guys, above table, do you just want me to quit with the small talk and just start trying to pummel his face in?
Pretty much. I mean, he didn't move.
Yeah,
when we-
I don't think there's much we can do unless we do extraordinarily well at convincing him to like leave this area, like leave the maze. I mean, so I can actually
Okay.
reach or something. But yeah, just go for it.
Okay. Well then, to answer its question of, do I want its wealth, its counsel, his demise? Tom just be like, no, we want to trap you here. Let's go.
Unfortunate. I figured as such, but had truly wished for better. Very well. Roll initiative.
Tom's like, how does this thing know what that is?
He was fully willing to be your an advisor to you guys.
Oh yay, I get a nat 1.
Your guys' initiative rolls are
4,
a little
yay.
tragic. Especially because he's going first.
Of course
Nope,
he is.
no
All right,
way.
well, let's go. Here we go. Let's do this.
He is going to start by swapping his glorious visage.
What the fuck?
Don't worry about it. It affects his aura of sophistry.
Okay.
And
Is there any like
no immediately
manifest-
noticeable effects to any of you? He will look at each of you. He'll look at you right in front of him, Ton. And, so, why precisely do you fight with these people that you seemingly don't know too well? I'm going to ask for a will save.
Okay.
As he
Here
makes
comes.
an insidious query.
Is this an airborne disease by any chance?
No.
Damn! Oh, well, that's 2.
That is a critical failure.
That is a critical. I have 1 mythic point. I'm saving it, so I'm just gonna have to eat whatever this is.
Interesting. Okay. Oh goodness. I think it is reasonable to say you don't know what this does right now. He has asked you a question. And then with his next action, he is. I love this guy's stat block so much. So stupid.
Okay.
Gothos. He's going to make a ranged strike at you. Can you make a guess as to what sort of strike this is?
He's gonna say something to me that hurts my brain
Effectively,
or something.
it's a riddle. It is a riddle ranged strike that has the agile trait.
This thing is weird, Jericho.
I
I'm just
love
saying.
him
It's
so much.
Oh!
His riddle critically hits your brain, Scophos, for a very modest 18 mental damage, but some persistent mental as well. Hold up, what are some really bad riddles? Google to the rescue. I'm going to make everyone suffer.
2d6?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was a really bad damage roll, by the way, for the
Oh, it's
mental
because it's a
damage.
crit, so it's normally a d6. Okay.
Yes, it's 1d6 doubled is what it is.
Shit.
What
Jericho,
riddle did he ask
question.
me?
If we can get this riddle right within the first 10 seconds of you saying it, can we negate the effect?
No. But he is just going
Damn
to look at you, Scophos, and go, what gets wet while drying?
A towel.
Water.
I think the mental damage comes from how annoyed you are by it. It's a bad riddle. It's not a good one. That will bring us to Illyria's turn, who will come to the edge of space over here. And I think this is a good time to loose Time's arrow, so everyone will be quickened here for a round. Only to move, but especially mainly for giving Arrayus that extra move action. Everyone gets quickened. Yes, good, very, very good. Thus, Arrayus, it comes to your turn.
Come on, chop chop.
Yeah. So I feel
I'm
like
gonna move if you want to delay, but
okay. I was thinking of maybe I could try to spend like my entire turn moving and then tumbling through the sky to get somewhere. But I don't know, is that even possible on my entire turn? And if I fail tumble through, I don't know where I end up because I'm also moving through both
So
of you
everything
guys.
is difficult terrain for you because it's so small. So basically, it would take you 2 move actions to get where their open space is.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of an awkward position where technically tumble through wouldn't be enough to actually make it all the way through. I would basically say if you were to spend all 4 of your actions because you have a quickened action and succeed at tumble through, you would get past him. Otherwise, you would end wherever the most available open space is.
Yeah.
But it would pretty much take your entire turn and a successful check.
Okay, and wait, did Ton already try and fail to tumble through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Scophos, you said you're gonna...
I'm gonna move backwards. Yeah.
Alright, I will delay then.
Sounds good. Hit that delay button.
Oh, right.
Delay.
Wait, which button is it again?
In the initiative tracker. It is the little hourglass button that appears over what your initiative
Oh,
number
the
is.
one by my...
And Scoffos, that makes it your turn.
Alright, so for my quickened action,
Mm-hmm. You reveal
Certainly
your
this
lying
thing.
and delay as well.
certainly this thing doesn't have
Reactive strike?
react strike. I
You're
move
at least
away.
not going to use it.
Okay.
Watch, this guy has like a double weird reactive strike because he has two tusks or two trunks. He can do some weird double bite crap.
Hold on, I'm counting. Isn't there an action you can take to help you recover from persistent damage?
Yes, it is.
A single action?
It's 2 actions, I believe. Let me check real quick. It's weird because there's no like official action you'd find in the abilities section, but it is effectively doing assisted recovery. You would do it on yourself. So you would take 2 actions and do something that we could argue would reasonably improve your chances of success, and it gives you an immediate check at DC 10 to overcome it. But it is a 2 action thing to do.
Alright, so my first action then will be to lay on hands myself.
Sounds good.
And then I will do that 2 action thing.
Okay. What are you doing to, I might ask, sort of help overcome persistent mental? Effectively, you've got a migraine already.
Yeah, I just like start rubbing my temples while holding my ears closed and just mumbling, "Really, the towel riddle? Really?"
Fair enough.
And I roll a d10 right? Or a d20.
D20, yes, but it's DC 10 flat check.
For me, it's a DC 8.
Oh ho, yeah, you've got the what is it, robust or resilient body?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 lower than normal, so DC 8.
All right. Really?
Unfortunately, the 4 does not do it. Sorry to say.
Okay. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Erase, would you like to come back into initiative at the end of Scoffos' turn?
It's not from here. It does the guy have cover?
I did not apply cover to his ranged attack against Scoffos, so theoretically lesser cover would be applied.
I guess I'll probably delay until after Ton in case he decides to tumble through or something like that.
Okay.
So I will not come back in.
All right.
Yet.
Then, Scoffos, you do take a little bit of mental damage. You thankfully, or actually unthankfully, that curse from the rite of cleansing flame, this guy is unholy at the moment. So it is triggering that weakness from that curse.
Also, I took a critical hit earlier.
Oh, he did crit you, didn't he? Yes. And that was when you were right here. It is a new day, so that save would need to be made by you, Ton, and him. Which Ton succeeds on. He succeeds on. but
Of course.
you will fail on. I will let you know if you'd like to re-roll. You certainly may, because we're going to end after this round of initiative.
Oh, I might as well then.
My goodness. Real mythic point gaining. So it'll be full damage to you, Scophos. Half to the others, though. All right. Ton, half damage of that to you, and then it is your move.
All right, I'm going to try to tumble through again to the same space.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll work this time.
This time
Success.
you managed to succeed. So you can move through him, but you treat his space as difficult terrain, basically.
All right, well, I'm going to use my move action and just literally go right there.
Sure. So technically, you cannot tumble through as the quickened action. Because
No.
Quickened... Oh, okay, just as a regular action.
Yeah. Just a regular. So I've got my quickened action and then 2 more?
Yes, but the quickened action from Lose Time's Arrow is only to step or stride.
Okay. Well, Tetsubo in 2 hands, we're going to go for an intimidating strike on this guy, see what happens.
Go for
Also,
it.
Jericho, does anything happen to me on my turn?
No?
I crit failed. What? Nothing? Oh, crap.
Mm.
Okay. All right, well, here we go.
That is a big old crit fail.
Yeah. Did someone mess with my dice?
No.
Do you have a mythic point left? Because this is the last round of combat.
Sure, why not? Reroll, keep new result. Or no, reroll, keep highest.
Nice.
Thank God.
Drawing upon some of your mythic power, it does not further empower your strikes at all, but it does manage to turn your roll into a hit. Which will make him ever so slightly frightened as he takes a bludgeoning weapon to the side of his head. But I believe that does it for your turn.
It does.
At this point, he laughs because the effect of the insidious query comes into play. As his question went without any attempt to answer it, Ton, you find yourself falling confused.
Ah, shit. Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Arias plans to come back in at this point.
Yes.
Then go ahead and hit that button again to come back in. And finish
Thank
us
you,
off
Todd, for
for the
telling me.
night.
Did not see that you succeeded. Okay. I guess it will take 2 actions, including my quickened one, to get up there. Right?
If you want to
Or
get to
1.
there, I believe it would take 3, but just to there would only take 2.
Oh, 3? Oh, okay.
So, if you want to get to there, it would take 2 actions, but he'd have lesser cover. If you wanted to go 1 more forward, it'd take 1 more action, but he'd have no cover.
I'll just get to here then.
Okay.
And okay. And I will -1 to recall knowledge. Okay. And then I'll use exploit vulnerability.
Yes, you are taking a -1 to recall knowledge right now. It's an aura of sophistry.
All right.
Hey, you get dubious. No.
You do get the effects of dubious
Exactly.
knowledge. That is a failure on the exploit vulnerability, meaning you only get personal antithesis on this.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Use the mythic point.
That's true. I will use a mythic point. This is a skill check. Do I have? Oh my.
Oh no.
So is that a fit? Is that a?
I
Wait,
believe it means
still-
you become off guard against him for a round. Yeah, you become
wait,
off
due to
guard until
what?
you become off guard
critical
until the
failure.
beginning of your next turn.
Oh,
And
from the
you
critical
have
failure from
no benefit
exploit
of
vulnerability.
exploit vulnerability on him. Yep.
Oh my god. Uh,
Dude is freaky.
Good job.
Hero mythic point moment. Okay. Okay.
A mythic point moment. Yeah, you
That
step
just,
forward
like,
and try and
completely-
recall something weak about him, and you draw upon your mythic power like Ton just did, but perhaps it has to deal with that sort of lingering detonation of Scophos's mythic power in the air that yours almost turns back on you and causes you to stumble a little bit.
Okay. Sorry, that like threw me off, and now I'm like, should I? Now I'm like, is it the best to use my last action to attack or do something else? I'm just gonna, kind of enraged at this point, not in a good barbarian way, in an annoyed way, take my axe out and make a strike.
And swing on him?
Yeah, wait, I'm thinking. There's nothing else that would be. Can I? And I can't retry.
No, exploit vulnerability itself is
Exploit
a once per
vulnerability.
round ability. So once you try it this round, you have to wait till your next turn.
Okay. Oh,
You
but
could
I
always
can
try for
do
just
my-
a
there's
regular
nothing-
recall knowledge if you want to see if you can learn anything about him
Yes.
here.
I'll make a strike while I'm here.
Sure. Fortunately, a 19 is not going to do it. So,
Okay.
you swing your blade at him, kind of in this annoyance. But at this point, even though he took a blow to the side of his head from Ton, everything's kind of going the way he wants it to. Scophos has a migraine from his really dumb riddle. Ton is now confused by his insidious query, and Arias has made herself off guard from the situation.
When you put it like that.
In a bit of a power position, despite him being partially frightened right now. That is where we are going to end off for the night. So, thank you all so much for playing. I do hope you enjoyed. Next week, so I'd say figure out what you want to do with it, because it will happen for sure next week. Level 6. So, think on what abilities you
Reactive
need to take them.
strike.
Oh boy. Hey, if you take
And
reactive strike, you're a
visage
coward.
breath. And visage breath.
That's cool, at least. Thank you guys so much.
It will happen for sure. So he's not going to trap us in the maze.
I mean, so long as you manage to defeat this guy and successfully imprison him, you guys will level up. So,
yeah.
I guess if you're not confident in that, then the alternative is think of a new character concept. But I'm going to be optimistic here and say, think what you'd like to do with your level up.
I'm not confident.
I do have a backup character. It's going to be hold on a minute, don't shut the server down. I have her name down in my notes. Where is it? It's going to be the Cloya's brother, who's also an inventor.
Nice.
All right, then. Have a great week, everyone. I will see you next weekend. Bye.
See you all later.